Hello everybody, it's Slamtiltus. Slamtiltus, of course. Once again, and this is part 4, I believe it is, of Crafting Immersion. Now we're going to talk about artwork on this one, which again is very important when you are attempting to create a interactive experience for the player, an immersive experience. So when you create an artwork, whatever the theme is, you've got to try and match what the theme is. So on this occasion, I have created a Roman-themed pinball game, all based around the film Gladiator, of course. But I didn't want to just make it about gladiators in the arena. I wanted to add a little bit of the Roman opulence, which you can see here in this game. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just come out of the game. So as you can see here with the plastics and the playfield added together, there is a story sort of here. I'll show it in better clarity when I go to the actual game art. So this is the playfield that I created for the Gladiator pinball game, and as you can see, there is an element at the bottom here which is, you know, the Empire of Rome and its opulence and its sort of great architecture, and there's senators here and there's a Roman guard there. As we come up the playfield, you can see that I've kind of carried that sort of theme with these gold laurel leaves surrounding the actual characters in the game. And then we come up here and we kind of enter into the arena sort of area here with the two gladiators. And then we got Proximo's gladiatorial school here in the center, attack training and then the defense training. And then as you come up here, you get to the Emperor here, which is just above the main insert here for the final wizard mode. And then we come up and it kind of fades out into the sand and there's a little bit of blood splatter here. Just to remind you, this is a very violent pinball game. You've got the Praetorian Guards on the left here, but then we've got all these roads that go around the upper playfield, which is where the gladiatorial arena is. So there's a very clear story there, and it kind of comes from the bottom here. It starts at the bottom, and it kind of works its way up, all the way up to the arena here, the gladiatorial arena. Now, if we look at the plastics, I've added the characters from the film. So what I wanted to do is remind the player that this is Gladiator. It's not just about Romans, it's about gladiators as well. So we've got Commodus there, we've got his sister Lucilla, Russell Crowe there playing Maximus, Olive Reed there playing Proximo, and these two characters, I can't remember the name of those two characters. And then we just focus the attention of the player that this game is about these two, mainly. It's about the duel between Maximus and Commodus. That's what this game is. That's the narrative of this game, that he's been betrayed and he has to fight his way up to a final confrontation with Commodus, who killed his own father. So when you're doing playfield artwork, you can either do an either or. You can either have the characters from the film on the playfield art, or you can have them on the plastic art. If you choose to put them on the plastic art, then the playfield art has to do something else, tells more of a story. If you choose to put the characters on the playfield art, which is most traditional way of doing it, then you've got to do something with the plastics, but you can't have characters on both because that becomes a confusing mess. So when you combine the two, you have a great piece of artwork which tells the story. I mean, you can look at that and you can tell straight away that it's set in the Roman times, that it's about gladiators, and it's about the film Gladiator specifically. Now, when you're designing playful artwork as well, what's very important is you must always make sure that the player can see the inserts clearly. So the inserts are always the first thing you add. They have to be super clear, not to have too much of a busy background where they just struggle to find what they're looking for. So all inserts have to be super clear and clearly marked what they do as well to assist the player. As you can see, these here tell you exactly what's going on. Increase the arena time, populate arena with the gladiators, light steel gold, training attack multipliers. So these are the multipliers for the training on both sides. So it's very clear what the player has to shoot for. That's very important in a pinball game. If you start to confuse the player with a really busy art package, then they're just going to get confused. And confusion starts to lead to boredom, frustration, and all these negative things that you don't want in a pinball experience. So make the inserts super clear at all times. Now, typically on a pinball game, a blinking arrow is a priority shot. So when you see something blinking, or anything blinking, that's telling the player that this is a priority shot. When it's a steady on light, It just means, you can get this if you want, but no rush. Or it means something accomplished, like if you knock down the roam targets, each one of these will light steady on. So steady on is something you've already hit, or something to be collected, but blinking is a priority. So that's the rule of pinball games, is always shoot for the blinking lights, because that's where all the biggest score opportunities are. That's how you advance through the game, the blinky lights. Okay, so artwork has another purpose as well, which is to lure the player to the machine so they can play it. And that starts with the back glass. So I'll show you the black glass out here. So what I've done here is I made it a very obvious statement here that this is the film Gladiator. That is Russell Crowe. I didn't make it too busy because, again, the purpose of the back glass is just to sort of lure the player in, tell them exactly what it is, and then you bring it down here. And as you can see here with the DMD section, I've created some kind of like a dark marble effect. Added the speaker grills with the SPQR, and there's Latin at the bottom there as well. Ut neca, ut necare, and ad victoriam. Now you don't have to learn to speak Latin to understand what ad victoriam is, to victory, but ut neca, ut necare. Anyone? Bueller? Okay, it means kill or be killed, which is sound advice when you're entering a gladiatorial arena. So I added that just to sort of give it a little bit of authenticity, if you like. So the full package, obviously, when you step up to a pinball machine, it's not just the back glass, it's not just the playfield, but you're looking at the cabinet as well, and that's what I added for the cabinet. That's the side cabinet, and that's the side of the back box, and that's the front of the cabinet with a launch button goes there. All this is completely unnecessary in a digital pinball game, but I always like to complete the full package if I can. And then as we go around the playfield, you can see this is the back wall. I've blurred it slightly so it looks like it's a background, which looks good when you're actually in the arena. You can see the statues which I've created there. That's a simple statue graphic. There's the spinner. These are the targets of the Praetorians, each one numbered above the game wall artwork there, even the HUD. So there's a lot of work you have to do. This is all the work. This is all the artwork that's created for the game graphics. And then when I come out, this is the raw stuff. This is the stuff that I've just sort of gathered, and I've compiled it into that single art piece. So you can see here that that's the central bit for the gladiatorial arena, and this is the bit that I use for the lower playfield. All just blended from one to the other, and these are the graphics I use for the Praetorians and the gladiators. So that's how it was originally, and then I had to cut him out. So I cut him out here. And I just got bored of cutting him out, so I just thought, well, I'll just fade his legs out. So if you look at the playfield art, you can see his legs are just faded out because I couldn't be bothered to complete the cut out at the bottom there. So it's a lot of cheating, but that's what playfield artwork is all about. It's you have to kind of bluff it or fake it until you make it. Is the way that I do it. And this is an idea I had as well for footprints. I thought I've got to put footprints in the sand on the upper playfield, but it didn't work. I couldn't figure out how to do footprints. So there's no footprints on the upper playfield. So that's pretty much it so far. There's a little bit more that I need to add just to tidy it up. But I'm pretty pleased with that because I had no idea where to go. It all started really with this central piece here, which was the gladiatorial arena. I knew I had that in the middle, but I didn't know what I was going to put down at the bottom here. I didn't even know what this was going to look like. But as soon as I put that into place, and then it started to sort of build from there onwards. And that's really what you need when you're doing an art package. You just need a starting point. Once you get the starting point, it's pretty much, it just flows from there. And what I've produced here is something which I'm very, very happy with. I think it's a great piece of work. And it all adds to the immersion, which is what it's all about. So thanks for watching again, and the next video from me will be a gameplay video of this game with my commentary, so I can explain what I'm actually doing and what's in the game. I think it is my best code yet. It's a very exciting game. Okay, see you soon. Toodaloo.
My name is Slam Tilt, father to a murdered kangaroo, husband to a murdered kiwi, and I will have my vengeance in this life or the next.